guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tim and this is my corner. Today I thought I'd do something a little different and show you my Blu-ray collection, also has PS4 games. So let's get to it. Some of these movies in the collection I haven't watched yet, so just bear in mind. First up we have Taken 1 and 2. First one was great, the second one was a bit alright. Next up we have Warm Bodies, which I'm not gonna lie, I actually like this romantic movie. Next up is Lucy, which obviously I haven't watched yet. Still in, but I saw it in some minutes and I loved it, that's why I got it. Next up we have Wolf Creek, which is one of the best horror movies ever, based on a true story. Next up is Wolf Creek 2, which some bits were fun to watch. Next up is Shutter Island, the fun detective movie that leads you on a wild goose chase. It's cold. Next is King Kong, which goes down as the best remake ever made. Tammy, which I haven't seen yet. Kick-Ass 2, which I wish they made a third one, but the second one is still fun to watch. Batman Begins, which is the best Batman trilogy we're ever going to get. Next up is one of my favourites, Dark Knight. I love everything about this movie. Next up, Mother. And of course, Dark Knight Rises, which is just another Batman movie. Now some of these movies are in order, so I apologise for that. Next up is Fast and Furious, which is a great start to the Fast and Furious franchise. Next up is Fast and Furious 4. It's a Fast and Furious movie. What can I say? Next up is Too Fast, Too Furious, which need I say more? And Fast and Furious 7. Again, Fast and Furious movie. Now let's get on to this pile. Resident Evil Apocalypse, which I haven't seen yet. Wreck-It Ralph, I think this is the best animated Disney movie ever made. It's just a fun-filled movie that everyone can relate to. Amazing Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield is alright for me. Avengers Age of Ultron. It's a Marvel movie. Next up is The Avengers, which I think is the best super movie ever made. Deadpool, which I think is the most funniest Marvel movie ever made. The Host, haven't seen it. The Last Exorcism, haven't seen it, but hopefully I'll review it for Halloween. Next up is Interstellar, which obviously I haven't seen. The Curse of Chucky, haven't seen it. The Human Centipede, which is a fully effed up movie. Miss Porter, meh. Layla Furs, haven't seen it. Captain Phillips, best hostage movie ever. St. Vincent, I just recommend checking it out. Kick-Ass, which is such a great awesome movie. Iron Man, where it all started for Marvel Cinematic Universe. And then there's Iron Man 2, which is just a fun, okay movie. John Wick, I'm not gonna lie, I actually love it. Iron Man 3, which is, I don't know why I still have this. About Time, which is one of my favourite love story ever. Hansel and Gretel, which is a fun movie. Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is alright. Then there's Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which is a great reboot from Planet of the Apes. Fast and Furious 6, which is my second favourite Fast and Furious movie out of all of them. Fast and Furious 5, which is my Fast and Furious movie. Vacation, which is such a funny movie. Into the Storm, which there's some bits I liked in it and some bits I didn't like. And lastly we have James Cameron's masterpiece, Titanic, which I think you can watch over and over and never get bored of it. That was my Blu-ray collection. Now I'm moving on to my PS4 collection. First up is Crash Bandicoot Twin Insanity, which I love playing. Next up is Far Cry Primal, which I don't see the full hype about it. Next up is Resident Evil Revelations 2, which I haven't finished it yet. Next up is MX vs ATV, which I just needed a multiplayer game around the house. Next up, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, which I can play over and over again, never get bored of it. Which to me, I think is the best Uncharted game ever made. Then we have God of War 3 Remastered, which I actually love. Watch Dogs, what did I say? Doom, such a fun game to have around. Next up is Last of Us Remastered, which I love and I can't wait for the second one. Next up is Batman Return to Arkham. It's a Batman game, what else can I say? I love it. Me being a huge Batman fan. Next up is Tekken 7, which is such a fun multiplayer game to play with your friends. Then there's Grand Theft Auto 5, which is fun to have. And then Batman Arkham Knight, which is such a fun Batman game. Far Cry 4, which I wish they were remastered the third one because I'll play it again on PS4. Dying Light, which is alright. Not the best zombie game, I know. Second but not least, Alien Isolation, which is such an intense game. You gotta look out for every corner and make sure you don't get caught by the alien. Lastly, there's Infamous Second Son, which is not the best Infamous game, I know. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and watching me go through my collection. Also make sure to check out my Instagram account where I post music, games and everything else. And as always, like this if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, that way it catches me at Tim's Corner.